Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today is going to be kind of a strange video. We're going to talk about blended wing aircraft and dads. And we're going to do this because I got a question. Everything's going to be out of order today, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Before the question, I'm going to give you the news. The United States Air Force has approved a project, I want to say it's $235 million, to get a prototype for a blended wing aircraft. And it wants it by 2027, so it wants it pretty quickly. Okay, so here's the question. I recently stumbled on your channels through my daughter and thought I'd ask something. My daughter and I just had the longest conversation where we actually talked to each other that we've had in years. I retired from the Air Force when I was gone a lot, so we grew apart. My daughter is in her first year of college, and she's the type that would watch your channel. Tonight, she called me out of the blue about the Air Force approving a prototype blended wing body plane for mobility. Mobility, it moves a bunch of stuff. Big plane. I was happy to answer all her questions and explain the difference between that and a flying wing. And it turned into a real conversation about all kinds of things in her life that I won't bore you with. After hanging up, I realized I had no idea why she was interested. I was just happy to talk to her. During the conversation, she mentioned you talking about an electric tank, and she said she was glad the Air Force was doing something too. I just like talking to my daughter again, man. If you could explain to me what those things have to do with each other, or why my daughter suddenly cares about an Abrams, it would mean the world to me. Just want to be ready if she calls again. Okay, your Air Force. You think of a blended wing aircraft, you probably think range, because it's going to have greater range. It's more aerodynamic, low drag. So it can move things a greater distance. Gets more bang for the buck, right? Why can it move things a greater distance? Because it is more fuel efficient. That's what it has to do with the electric tank. Your daughter, like most people her age, is probably incredibly concerned about the climate. She has probably also figured out that if the Air Force produces a large plane capable of moving a whole bunch of stuff, and it is more fuel efficient, that it would enter civilian service. And then emissions from civilian air travel would decline. It's about the environment. That's why she cares. And she's probably thinking long term, once it's developed for the Air Force, it'll be sold to commercial airliners. And they'll use that, reduce emissions, help the environment. And for the record, it is worth noting that in the Air Force proposal, the climate is actually mentioned. That is one of the reasons they're looking at doing this. My guess is that it's mostly range, but this is a happy side effect that they are willing to lean into. So that's probably what it's about. And yeah. My guess is that if you normally watch this channel and I put blended wing aircraft in the title, you would probably watch the video if you were interested enough in it to call your dad. So I'm guessing that whoever it is this message is about is probably watching this. Call your dad again. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.